Hi students, welcome to Susan's Learning Room. CBSE Class 10 Mathematics Chapter 2 Polynomials. CBSE Class 10 Mathematics Chapter 2 Polynomials. Please do watch Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 and Part 4 prior to this video. Okay. This is Part 5. So today we are discussing exercise number 2.2. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomials and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. This is a question. We need to find the zeros and then we need to state the relationship between zeros and the coefficient. Okay. Now this is our question. Firstly we can write it as P of x equal x square minus 2x minus 8. Okay. P of x. Now we can comparing the given P of x with the general form of quadratic polynomial, that is ax square plus bx plus c. Now we can write a as coefficient of x square as 1, then b, that is coefficient of x minus 2, and the constant term c equal minus 8. Okay. Now we need to find the zeros. For this we need to split the middle term, that is minus 2. For that we need to get the product, that is we need to get the product equal the coefficient of x square into constant term, that is 1 into minus 8 equal minus 8, and sum the middle term, that is minus 2. Here there is a greater number and there is a smaller number. Here the product is negative, which means one number will be negative and the other number will be positive, and the sum is minus 2. That means the greater number will be, either greater number will be negative or both numbers should be negative. But here both numbers cannot be negative because the product is negative. So the greater number will have minus sign and smaller number have plus sign. Okay. Now we need to find the numbers. For that we need to factorize 8. It is 2, 4, 2, 2, 2, 1. We easily got the number, that is 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 2, right? That is minus 4 into plus 2 equal minus 8, and minus 4 plus 2 equal, minus 4 plus 2 equal minus 2, and minus 4 into 2 equal minus 8. Okay. Now we can split the middle term, that is x square instead of minus 2x plus 2x minus 4x minus 8. Now take x as common, x plus 2, here minus 4 as common, x plus 2, now x plus 2, x minus 4. Okay. You can equate both to zeros to find the zeros. That is x plus 2 equals 0. Then x equal minus 2 and x minus 4 equals 0, then x equal plus 4. Okay. Now we got alpha as minus 2 and beta as 4. Okay. Now we need to verify the relationship between zeros and the coefficients. It is first alpha plus beta equal minus 2 plus 4 equal 2. You can write this as minus of minus 2 by 1, which is equal to minus b by a, because b is minus 2 and a is 1. Okay. So firstly we verify this one. Now we can write alpha into beta, that is minus 2 into 4 equal minus 8 by minus 8, but we can write it as minus 8 by 1, right? Minus 8 by 1, which is equal to c by a. It is equal to c by a. Okay. It is equal to c by a. So hence we find the zeros and verify the relationship between coefficient and the zeros. Okay. We can move to the second question, that is 4s square minus 4s plus 1. Okay. 4s square minus 4s plus 1. You can write P of s here, P of not sx, it's P of s equal 4s square minus 4s plus 1. Now we can compare with the general equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c. Here it is x, but here it can be any variable. Okay. Now a equal 4, b equal minus 4 and c equal 1. Okay. Now we can split the middle term. You need to get the product as product equal coefficient of s square into constant term, that is 4 into 1 equal 4, and sum the middle term minus 4. So here greater number and smaller number. Here the product is positive. So either both numbers will be positive or both numbers will be negative. But here sum is negative. So both number will be negative. To find the number 4, we can factorize 4. 2 and 2. 2 and 2. Minus 2, minus 2. Okay. Minus 2 and minus 2. This is a number. These are the numbers. You can split the middle term. 4s square minus 2s plus 1. Here taking 2s as common. 2s minus 1. 2s minus 1. 2s minus 1. 2s minus 1. Equating 2s minus 1 to 0. 2s minus 1 equals 0. Then s equal 1 by 2. And 2s minus 1 equal to 0. S equal 1 by 2. So we got alpha as 1 by 2 and beta as 1 by 2. Now we can verify the relationship between zeros and the coefficients. Alpha plus beta equal 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 equal 1, which can be written as minus of 4 by 4. Because minus of minus 4 by 4 equal 1, right? It is equal to minus v by a. So we verified the first case. Can move to the second case. That is alpha into beta. That is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 equal 1 by 4 equal c by a. Hence we verified both the cases. Solve the question. Okay. Third question. 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. Okay. You can write P of x equal 6x square minus 7x minus 3. Comparing P of x with ax square plus bx plus c. Here a equal 6, b equal minus 7, c equal minus 3. Now we can split the middle term. This product equal 6 into minus 3 equal minus 18, and sum is the middle term equal minus 7. Greater number and smaller number. Here the product is negative. That is, one number should be negative and other number should be positive. And the sum is negative. That is, both numbers should be either negative or the greater number should be negative. So here greater number will be negative and smaller number will be positive. Now we can factorize 18, 2, 9, 3, 3, 3, 1. We can take the first combination. 2 into 3, 6. 6 and 3 is minus 6 into 3, minus 18. No problem. But minus 6 plus 3 equal minus 3, not minus 7. We can take the other combination. 3 into 3, 9. 9 and 2. 9 minus 9 into 2, minus 18. Minus 9 plus 2 equal minus 7. So minus 9 and plus 2. We can split the middle term. 6x square plus 2x minus 9x minus 3. Taking 2x as common. Here 3x plus 1. Taking minus 3 as common. Here 3x plus 1. 3x plus 1. 2x minus 3. Equating both to zeros. 3x plus 1 equals 0. X equal minus 1 by 3. And the other 2x minus 3 equals 0. X equal 3 by 2. So we got alpha equal minus 1 by 3 and beta equal 3 by 2. So we found the zeros. Now we can verify the relationship between zeros and the coefficients. Alpha plus beta equal minus 1 by 3 plus 3 by 2. Taking 6 as LCM, minus 2 plus 9 equal 7 by 6, which can be written as minus of minus 7 by 6. It is equal to minus b by a, because minus b is minus 7 and a is 6. Okay. So next relationship, alpha into beta equal minus 1 by 3 into 3 by 2 equal minus 3 by 6 is equal to c by a. Hence, here we found the zeros and also we verified the relationship between zeros and the coefficients. Okay. We can do the fourth question, that is 4u square plus 8u. The question is 4u square plus 8u. Now p of u equal 4u square plus 8u. Now we can compare this equation with the general form of the quadratic polynomial. Comparing p of u with ax square plus bx plus c. Now a equal 4, b equal 8, c equal 0, because there is no constant term. Here there is no middle term, so we cannot use splitting of middle term formula. So here from this 4u square plus 8u, we can take 4u as common, and here u plus 2. Okay. Now we can equate it to 0. 4u equal 0, u equal 0. U plus 2 equal 0, u equal minus 2. So we got the zeros, alpha equal 0 and beta equal minus 2. Now we can verify the relationship between zeros and the coefficients. That is alpha plus beta equal 0 plus minus 2 equal minus 2, which can be written as minus 8 by 4. Okay. Minus 8 by 4 is minus b by a. Now alpha into beta equal to 0 into minus 2 equals 0, which can be written as 0 by 4 is equal to C by A. Okay, so here we firstly we find the zeros and then we verify the relationship between zeros and the coefficients. Okay, we can do the fifth question. That is t square minus 15. P of t equal t square minus 15. Now we can compare P of t with the general form of quadratic polynomial. It's comparing P of t with ax square plus bx plus c. Here a equal 1, b equal 0 and c equal minus 50. Okay. And here there is no middle term. We cannot use middle term splitting formula. Here t square minus 15 is of the form a square minus b square. It is equal to a plus b into a minus b. You can write t square minus 15 as t square minus root 15 the whole square. It is equal to t plus root 15 into t minus root 15. Now we can equate this to 0. T plus root 15 equal to 0. T equal minus root 15. T minus root 15 equal to 0. T equal root 15. We got the zeros. Alpha equal minus root 15 and beta equal plus root 15. Now we can verify the relationship between coefficients and the zeros. Alpha plus beta equal minus root 15 plus root 15 equals 0, which can be written as 0 by 1 equal to minus b by a. It can be minus or negative because it's 0. Now alpha into beta equal minus root 15 into root 50, positive root 50 equal minus 50, which can be written as minus 15 by 1 equal to C by A. So here we found the zeros and also we verified the relationship between zeros and the coefficients. Okay. Last question. 3x square minus x minus 4. You can write P of x equal 3x square minus x minus 4. Okay. We can comparing P of x with general form of quadratic polynomial, that is ax square plus bx plus c. Here a equal 3, b equal minus 1 and c equal minus 4. Okay. Now here we can split the middle term. For that we need to get the product, that is coefficient of x square into constant term, that is 3 into minus 4. 3 into minus 4 equal minus 12. Sum, that's the middle term, that is minus 1. Now greater number, smaller number. Here the product is negative, which means one number is negative and one number is positive, while here sum is also negative. Okay, sum is negative, sum negative, that means either two numbers will be negative or the greater number will be negative. Here one number is negative, another number is positive. That means greater number will be negative and smaller number will be positive. So you can factorize 12, 2, 6, 2, 3, 3, 1. Okay. Here, what will be the greater number and the smaller number? Here 2 into 2, 4. We can take any combination. 2 into 3, 6, 6 and 2. Minus 6 into 2, minus 12, no problem. But minus 6 plus 2 is not equal to minus 1. We can take the other combination. 2 into 2, 4 and 3. 4 into 3. Minus 4 into 3 equal minus 12. Minus 4 plus 3 equal minus 1. So here great number is minus 4 and smaller number is plus 3. Okay. Now we can split the middle term. 3x square plus 3x minus 4x minus 4. We can take 3x as common. Here x plus 1. Here we can take minus 4 as common. Here x plus 1. Here x plus 1. 3x minus 4. Then we can equate to 0. X plus 1 equals 0. X equal minus 1. 3x minus 4 equals 0. X equal 4 by 3. So we got alpha equal minus 1 and beta equal 4 by 3. Now we can verify the relationship between zeros and the coefficients. Alpha plus beta equal minus 1 plus 4 by 3. Taking 3 as LCM. Here minus 3 plus 1 equal 1 by 3, which can be written as minus of minus 1 by 3, which is equal to minus b by a. Hence verified first case. Now alpha into beta equal minus 1 into 4 by 3 equal minus 4 by 3, which is equal to c by a. Hence we found the zeros and also we verified the relationship between zeros and the coefficients. So here we finished all the questions on exercise 2.2 first section we have finished. So that's all for today. Thank you.